Welcome to today's Explainer. I've got to say, I am absolutely pumped about what we're digging into today because we are tracking a technological evolution that is just moving at breakneck speed. We're talking about the rapid, almost unbelievable rise of agentic AI. We're going to trace its fascinating journey, starting from these massive enterprise platforms and HR software, all the way down into our living rooms, our cars, and even our most deeply personal daily habits. If you think you already know what an AI assistant is based on the last few years, well, get ready to have that definition completely rewritten. Let's kick things off with a staggering figure that should hook you right away. According to recent data from McKinsey, by the year 2025, over 68% of professionals were already relying on AI agents. And we're not talking about asking an AI to set a pizza timer or check if it's going to rain. People rely on these agents to actively predict their needs and automate really complex daily routines, often without even being prompted. That is just a massive adoption rate for a technology that, let's be honest, barely existed in this form a few short years ago. To actually understand why this adoption is happening so fast, we have to look at a fundamental shift in how the tech works. Dr. Andrew Ng literally hit the nail on the head here when he said we are moving away from the command-response era. Think back to those clunky, memoryless voice assistants of the past, right? The ones where you had to speak with perfect robot-like articulation and explicitly tell them what to do every single time. Today, we're entering the observe, adapt, act era. This is anticipatory AI. It watches your context, learns your behavior, and acts on your behalf before you even realize you needed the help. Okay, let's dive into this. We've mapped our macro to micro journey today across 5 clear sections. 1. The rise of agentic AI. 2. Your personal digital teammate. 3. The voice commerce boom. 4. Demographics and adoption barriers. And finally, 5. The privacy and ethics cost. All right, starting right off with section 1. The rise of agentic AI, enterprise and beyond. We're seeing a really stark contrast in the evolution of AI right now. That old command-response model, it's completely reactive. It has zero memory of what you asked it yesterday, and honestly, it's just friction-heavy. Now compare that to the new agentic model, observe, adapt, act. It is anticipatory, it actually has persistent memory across all your different devices, and is designed to be completely frictionless. We're talking about moving from a simple tool, like a glorified calculator, to an actual entity capable of complex cognitive offloading. And businesses? Yeah, they are definitely noticing. Deloitte data reveals that nearly 3 out of 4 companies are planning to implement agentic AI within just 2 years. A massive area of growth right now is actually human resources. Conversational HR voice agents are being deployed to screen and meet candidates literally wherever they happen to be. Imagine a candidate driving in their car, taking a break on a busy factory floor, or even applying for a job way past midnight. An intelligent AI agent is right there, ready to conduct a seamless, context-aware screening interview. It's wild. Moving right along to section 2, your personal digital teammate and the whole concept of cognitive offload. So what happens when we shift this from the workplace to the individual? These agents start acting as silent, constantly adapting teammates in our daily lives. Look at these fascinating real-world examples. Microsoft Copilot Plus isn't just checking your spelling anymore. It's remembering your writing style, tracking your meeting habits, and it even remembers your preferred coffee order to help schedule your breaks. Then you've got Google Astra, which uses your device's camera to literally process your environment. It can actually look around and remind you that you left your passport on the kitchen counter before you run out the door for the airport. And startups like Relevance AI, they are deploying digital twins that simulate your specific decision-making patterns just to negotiate calendar conflicts with other people's AI agents. It is absolutely mind-blowing. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the psychological payoff. A recent study from Stanford's Human-Centered AI Lab showed that after just 30 days of using one of these habit-learning AI agents, users reported a massive 41% reduction in decision fatigue. Because the AI is taking over those endless micro-decisions, like what to reply to an email or exactly when to schedule a quick call, users are experiencing significantly lower stress. They're basically reclaiming their cognitive bandwidth for actual deep work. Which brings us nicely to section 3, the voice commerce boom, or the reality of hands-free shopping. To really understand the sheer scale of this shift, just look at this projection, $40 billion. That is the projected annual sales volume for voice-activated e-commerce by the year 2025. I mean, that number completely validates that the market is undergoing a massive paradigm shift. We are moving away from text-based screen-tapping searches and diving headfirst into conversational, totally hands-free shopping. So data from the International Journal for Multidisciplinary Research breaks down exactly how we are spending all that money. It turns out 82% of users love using AI for routine tasks, things like reordering household groceries where the cognitive effort is super low. But here's the real game changer for marketers out there. Conversational apps. When an AI agent asks you a casual conversational question like, hey, need a cozy sweater for the weekend? Instead of delivering some formal static banner ad, it drives a massive 40% bump in engagement. And this brilliantly illustrates the catch to making all of this work. It has to be frictionless, especially at checkout. Notice how Apple Pay leads the pack in user satisfaction here? Why is that? Well, because when you are shopping out loud with your voice, the absolute last thing you want to do is pull out a physical credit card and read 16 numbers out loud to the room. Seamless one-click payment integration is absolutely crucial for user satisfaction in this new ecosystem. Next up, Section 4, Demographics and Adoption Barriers. Let's talk about the generational divide. When we actually examine how different groups react to handing over their habits to an AI, a very stark generational divide emerges. Younger users, ages 18 to 34, they prioritized speed and convenience above pretty much all else. They're driven by personalized deals, and they exhibit a really high trust in AI recommendations. But flip that over to older adults, ages 35 and up, and they have a very different perspective. They heavily prioritize privacy, they're easily deterred by even minor technical usability issues, and they show much lower overall adoption rates. Basically, where Gen Z sees a fast, helpful teammate, older demographics often see a glaring privacy risk. Furthermore, digging into these demographic insights reveals some really important nuances in how different groups value design. For example, a whopping 85% of female users highly prioritize user-friendly interfaces, demanding platforms that are simplified and genuinely intuitive. This emphasizes a really crucial takeaway for anyone developing these tools. Widespread technology acceptance relies heavily on inclusive, completely frictionless design. If it intimidates the user, they aren't going to use it. Oh, and it's not just everyday consumers facing barriers, it's businesses too. Small and medium-sized enterprises, SMEs, are actively struggling to keep up with these conversational AI trends. They're facing intense budget constraints, a real lack of technical resources to actually build these conversational tools, and because of that, they consistently score lower on implementing those crucial seamless payment integrations compared to the massive retail giants. And finally, that leads us into Section 5, the privacy and ethics cost, and what it means to surrender our data. So, the crucial point is this. The more your AI learns to help you, the more of your deeply intimate behavioral data it controls. I mean, to eliminate your decision fatigue, the AI literally has to know your routines, your weaknesses, and your specific preferences. This massive, constant data collection is sparking urgent ethical debates around algorithmic transparency. And as we've already seen, it's having a direct negative impact on adoption among older demographics who simply aren't willing to surrender that level of personal data. But here's the thing. The technology isn't slowing down to wait for the ethical debate to settle. Just look at these 5 incredible trends predicted by 2030. Number 1, memory without permission. Agents inferring your habits from passive observation, like just analyzing your typing speed. Number 2, cross-platform continuity, where the AI seamlessly moves from your phone to your car without missing a beat. Number 3, emotional calibration, where AI actually detects your current mood via your tone of voice. Number 4, autonomous delegation, where your agent negotiates with other agents without you. And number 5, digital twin licensing, where companies legally simulate how you specifically would respond to an ad. Honestly, by 2030, refusing to use an AI agent might feel exactly like refusing to use electricity today. It's just going to be completely impractical. Which leaves us with this final, somewhat provocative thought. The question isn't really if you will adopt agentic AI, it's how much of yourself you are willing to let it learn. So I want to directly challenge you right now. What is one habit you genuinely trust an AI agent to manage for you today, and why? Where exactly is your personal line drawn between absolute convenience and your own privacy? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer on agentic AI. Keep questioning, keep learning, and I'll catch you in the next one.